Well, I can wiggle my ear, so yeah, it looks like this. Hi guys, I'm Javen, I'm from 4H1, and I'm the president of the 47th High School Council. Welcome to Humans of Hwa Chong. Well, I think that one of my more major setbacks happened in secondary one. I have shared this with you before. I was actually rejected as a counsellor when I applied at first in secondary one. I didn't really understand why, and my only chance at really explaining myself was to write an email to my council mentor. So I tried to explain what I meant in my application form, because from my understanding, I think I didn't give enough details in my application. And surprisingly enough, he actually accepted it as an actual letter of appeal, and that's what, and despite that setback, it actually got me into the council in the first place. I think that when it boils down to the question, it's really about making use of your time, number one, and being efficient about it. So that's number two. So for example, use your free time instead of using your phone regularly. I try to, for example, read some of the things that I need to read before my next lessons, or if I do have the time, I will take out some pockets of time to do my work. And if you're talking about being efficient, when it comes to different work, for example, in your CCA, in your regular academic work, and in, for our case, council work, I think it's important to set aside your distractions as well. Get straight down to what exactly you need to do. And once you can get it done very quickly, then that pretty much saves you a bit of time, and you still have some time to do things that you enjoy. Well, I do make it a point to try to read more. So from time to time, I do pick up a fiction book or a non-fiction book. Besides that, I do consider myself a sports guy. I particularly enjoy racket sport, so things like badminton. But after CCA, you might see me, for example, at the street soccer court, playing some soccer with some guys from English drama. Yeah. Actually, to be honest, when I was in secondary 2, I felt that it was kind of felt only right to join a special program. So at that point in time, I thought that joining the humanities program was my best option. I will be honest and say that I wasn't particularly interested in all three of the humanities, which is what we think. But over time, when I entered HP in Sec 3, I slowly realized that this actually was the right choice for me. I do enjoy the humanities, and besides that, also HP gives us a lot of different opportunities to organize our activities. So it lies beyond our academic curriculum. So we help to organize things like the Humanities Research Symposium for youth, and we attend them as well. We also organize different things like the HP Roadshow for our secondary 2s, who will see it later this year. And we also help to organize, and we also attend different lectures by certain experts in terms of the areas of, for example, history and geography. So last year we actually went to the Science Centre, and we had a scientist come talk to us about the geography behind volcanoes and how Singapore would kind of crumble if volcanoes and earthquakes did strike Singapore. But that's a hypothetical situation. Well, to me, I think that something that sets Hwa Chong apart is the spirit and the attitude that we have towards our seniors and juniors, especially. When I go to other schools, sometimes I do notice that the interaction between seniors and juniors is not really there. Like you see that the seniors and juniors are quite separated. But from my case in Hwa Chong, I do find that a lot of my good friends and even some of my closer friends are actually some of my juniors that I've met through council events, or even some of my seniors that I met through things like CCA, or simply just happened to come across during some event and we started talking from there. So I think that in this way, Hwa Chong has a more welcoming environment in the sense that the seniors and juniors are not scared to interact with each other. The seniors are there to give you advice, and they are also there to make friends as well. And they're not solely there just to act as someone older than you and to boss you around. Yeah, so I have 3 dogs at home. Their names are Teddy, Grace and Georgie. They are very adorable. They help to make our lives a bit more interesting, but they also can kind of be a bit mischievous. So one time I had one of them sit on my lap and I thought, oh, that's so cute. And then I looked down and I realized that they peed on me. Yeah, so I had to spend some time cleaning that. They also have a particular fondness for tissue paper. Yeah, so if you leave a box of tissue lying around, I can guarantee you that it's definitely going to be ripped up. So we spent almost 1 hour trying to clean up an entire box of tissue paper last time because they grabbed it off the shelf and they dragged it to their bed and then they started ripping it up. I have no idea why. Well, I would say treasure your time now. I know that given the current situation with the virus and everything, it's not very easy to have fun, but still do find your own ways to let loose, have fun, spend some time with your friends, as long as it's under 40 people, mass gathering. And on top of that as well, do remember to, yes, wash your hands, wear a mask if you're unwell, and yeah, stay safe in general.